Donating blood, incredibly important. Donating organs, incredibly important. Donating plasma, incredibly important. How about donating plasma and getting paid to do it? But more on the money later. Plasma donation is not even, many people don't know what plasma donation is, let alone that it exists. However, compelling evidence shows that donating plasma is incredibly important in order to keep up with the demand of plasma for individuals who need it. In fact, donating plasma is essential in order to maintain the stores of plasma for individuals across the nation. Without our help, the community who need plasma will suffer, as plasma is a big component of the blood. So I will define what plasma is, emphasize the importance of donating plasma, explain the easy donation process, and even share my own personal experience with donating plasma. So what is plasma? So according to StanfordChildren's.org, last updated in 2019, plasma plays a crucial role of transporting nutrients, proteins, and hormones to all places of the body, along with disposing of cellular waste and ushering blood through the body. So without plasma, our bodies would seriously suffer to function properly. The need for plasma donation is incredibly large. DonatingPlasma.org, access October 23rd, 2019, says that plasma donation is the gift of life, as without it, life depends on plasma protein therapies. Without a variety of plasma to choose from, we lose the opportunity to use plasma for a number of reasons. One is it can replace clotting factors in individuals who can't clot properly. Number two, it can provide immunoglobulins for the immunodeficient who may struggle to defend themselves from infections easily. And number three, plasma supplies albumin, which is a protein in the body that can treat burn patients, surgical patients, and trauma patients. And number four, plasma can provide hyperimmune globulins, which can be used to treat rabies, infections, organ donor recipients, and then mothers who might struggle with the Rh factor incompatibility. So if we fail to donate, patients in need of life-saving protein plasma therapies may face potentially fatal consequences. So now that we understand the necessity of donating plasma, it is time to take action. So the first thing you'll want to do is visit biotestplasma.com. Here you will find all the information you could possibly need, including the qualifications that you must meet to donate plasma. The three main ones are that you must be 18 years or older, weigh at least 110 pounds, and then just be in general good health. There are certain circumstances that could limit you from donating plasma, such as if you had, let me think here. If you had recent vaccinations, if you had a recent tattoo or body piercing, if you have cancer or another underlying medical condition, or if you had an extended residency in Europe, which I don't think applies to anyone in here. But yeah, and then the next thing you'll want to do is schedule an appointment. So conveniently for us, there's a clinic located right here in Lincoln, Nebraska, in the downtown, which is about 10 to 15 minutes away. And so you locate to the Lincoln Clinic on the website and you schedule up your first appointment and you'd be all set to go. So now that we understand, even though the solution is simple, I would like to share my own personal experience with donating plasma. So let's say you schedule that first appointment. It'll be a little longer. It's about 3 to 4 hours for your first appointment. So you'll walk in, and there'll be a waiting room and there's TV and you can do homework, but they'll call you back for all these background medical checks, and they're not painful. They're basically just physicals, just to ensure you're a healthy human being in order to donate plasma. You also have a blood test, so you'll have your finger pricked and your blood will be tested to ensure that you can donate plasma. And if you're all set to go, they'll send you downstairs where you'll see these comfy little bed chair things. And so an assistant will take you to one and get you all comfortable, and then insert an IV into either your left or right arm. After that has happened, there's a machine beside you. You can kind of see them in the pictures. Those machines draw your blood, filter out the plasma, and also add an clotting factor so your blood doesn't clot outside the body, and puts it right back into your body, so you're not losing any blood. And then after that process is finished, after you've hit the amount that your weight assigns for you to donate, a saline solution will be ran back through the IV, and it'll replace all the plasma you've lost. You're not losing any fluid volume, which is a kind of a misconception. You're not losing anything. So after you're all done, they'll bandage you up and they'll send you on your way and you're all good to go. As far as appointment lengths, or I'll start with how often you can go, which can be 2 weeks, 2 times a week with 1 day in between. It's because plasma generation takes about 24 to 48 hours, so you can go twice a week, but you need that 1 day to regenerate plasma. What to bring to your first appointment would be, all you need is an ID and something that says your social security number, your INS number. And as far as how you feel afterwards, you could feel nauseous or dehydrated. I haven't experienced those symptoms myself. I've just been encouraged to drink water before and after, and that can really limit any type of symptoms you feel. Like I go work out after I donate plasma, and I don't have an option doing or any problem doing that. But that's just me. It applies person to person. So benefits you will experience with donating plasma is the one I mentioned earlier. There is monetary compensation, which is pretty cool. You don't get cash. There's this card you get, which is just after every appointment, money goes directly onto it, and you can use the money for anything. Grocery shopping, the mall. I use mine as a gas card. I think that's awesome. But besides the monetary compensation, it's just the satisfaction that goes along with it. Just through this project, I've learned plasma is super important to the body. Or as a nurse, we've learned that there are disorders that mess with plasma, and they can be very life-threatening if we don't have these options for people. So it's really satisfying to know that it could be going to a really good cause. Consequences of donating plasma are there is pain. There's minimal pain. You have that finger prick and you have that IV insertion. I know people have problems with that. In the survey, a lot of people aren't a fan of needles, and that's totally understandable. I myself look away when they're inserting in my arm, but it's one instant of pain, and then it's not painful when they take it out and they put a little gauze over their insertion point, so you don't have to look at it. You don't even have to look at the whole, like it go through the IV or anything. You can listen to music. You can do homework while it's happening. Oh, and one thing I did forget to include was that even though that appointment, that first one is 3 to 4 hours long, every appointment after that is like an hour to an hour and a half. It just, if you drink a lot of water, your blood will move a little faster and you'll be in and out of the door, but I do strongly recommend you schedule an appointment online. If not, if you're just a walk-in, it might take a little longer otherwise. Another consequence is that time commitment. That first appointment is a little lengthier, but like I said, after that, it gets shorter once you get in the habit of it. And then you can lose eligibility. That's one thing. When you come in for each appointment, you do fill out a questionnaire on this touchscreen to see if anything has changed since your last appointment. And if it had, if you've got a vaccine or contracted a different illness, that can change. They could tell you to go home, that you won't be able to donate that day, or you'd be maybe put on a short deferral. It kind of just depends. So that is another consequence. So donating plasma is an outstandingly easy way to help individuals. So what is holding you back? Donating plasma is an overlooked need in our communities, but in its increasing popularity, you can be a part of it. Plasma donation is important because it rekindles lives and can improve the quality of a patient's life. So, donating plasma, incredibly important. Don't hold back, at least just give it a shot. Thank you.